r/Tales from Tech Support, a subreddit where tech supports get their nerves tested. A few years ago, I used to work for one of the big four accounting companies as an on-site tech support, along with another guy and our supervisor. Company decided to open a new office, and I was transferred there, as someone with experience, to train the new guys hired for that location. After a few months, we've been sharing stories with the other office of how dumb the numbers, the way we called users, were in the new office. The first day that my coworker from the main office visited, I had the following interaction with the manager of one of the departments. I had already shared a lot of stories about this manager with him, as she was the dumbest person I've ever or will ever meet. Number is the manager. Number, OP, I want to know how to move text from window to window. Me, not surprised. Okay, I don't really know what you mean, but can you show me what you are trying to do? Number, yes, I've seen my team do it, but I don't quite understand how, because they don't use the mouse. Proceeds to show me that she basically wanted to copy and paste text. Me, oh okay, understanding that shortcuts are not well known by everyone, and that she might be a macOS user. You need to drag the mouse over the text like so, then press Ctrl, and while pressing also press C. That cuts me off. Number, nothing happened. My coworker, looking at me covering his face with the monitor so only I can see him, contains laughter. Me, yeah, this is just the first step. Now Yune cuts me off. Number, this is so hard, isn't there an easiest way? Me, no, there is no shorter way than 2 commands, as you need to select where to paste the text you just copied. Number, not convinced. Okay. Me, after you've done step 1, you need to go to where you want to paste the text, click on the text editor of that application, and then while pressing Ctrl press V. Number, surprised like the first human being to discover fire. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Do it again. Me, explain the process again, and ask her to do it a couple of times. Number, great, thanks. Leaves our office. My coworker was in disbelief on how someone can be this detached with technology and manage more than 10 people for a department that oversees the action of potentially any department in the company. But well, we laugh it off and continue with our day. Not 5 minutes later we get a knock on the door, and she again. It took all of my control to not laugh to death upon the first thing that came out of her mouth. Number, what came after Control? My coworker, again covering himself against the monitor, starts looking at me like somehow this person is stealing IQ points from everyone around her. Me, Number, come here, sit with me, we will go over the process again until it's clear. Number, how come there's not an easier way? You it guys always make it so hard for the normal people. Me, exhale. Me, I explain the process around 5 times, and write a post-it note with the 2 shortcuts, and in which order to use them. After she finally leaves the office, I let go and start laughing uncontrollably hard, and my coworker had the biggest face of disgust that is humanly possible to do. For me it was just another funny story of someone that just didn't get technology, but my coworker took it personal, and later on when I left the company and he replaced me in that office as the one with more experience, he took it upon himself to get rid of this manager, but that's a different story. TLDR, manager didn't know that copy and paste existed since 1973 and blames us for it. I'm a 1A musician turned 1A web dev working in software support, but my previous job of 3 years was at a breadcrumb manufacturing plant. Don't ask me why, but for some reason, I decided to go super try hard at that job. Started as temp throwing around 50-pound bags of flour, made it to bag line lead in less than 10 months. Whoop-de-fin-do. Anyway, as lead, part of my responsibility was entering our numbers into the company inventory tracker software. Nothing super fancy, but in the beginning, when they were training me to use the software, I pulled a copy/paste without being told how, and my boss was like, "How'd you know that?" Me, I mean, it's like, I don't understand the question. As a mechanic we sometimes use computers to download logs and stuff. I'm 36, and a mechanic my age or slightly younger was training me. He's using the trackpad and mouse button to make a box and drag it over all the logs in a folder. When it was my turn, I went to hit Ctrl+A, and he got irate. That's not how you do it. I had to show him that it works before he let me do it, and he still seemed distrustful of it. I've worked at places before that have gotten upset if, say for example, you don't go to the control panel the way they do, or if you don't find the IP address the way they do, etc. I'm talking about they get upset to the point that they start questioning your skills because you don't perform common Windows tasks the way they do. I work internal tech support, calls, and chats for a large company. I got this call tonight. Me, tech support, this is OP. How can I help you? User, I changed my password on Friday and my account is locked. Me, checks account status. I see that it's not locked. User, but it says locked at the top. Me, facepalm. Me, that's the lock screen. It doesn't mean your account is locked. You should be able to just log in. User, I tried that earlier and it didn't work. Me, thinking it could be a credential caching issue considering the recent password change. Try your old password. User, that didn't work either. I'll try my new one again. User, it worked. I had just switched one of the letters with one of the numbers all along. Me, head desk. This happened around 2011 to 2012 when I worked tech support for a major telecom company. Hello, thank you for calling company. This is. Man, you gotta help me get this phone working. Man, it's life or death. At this point I should note that he was calling him from the line on an account that I'm assuming, but not entirely sure, was his. Okay, let's get you fixed up. Can you verify the name on your account? Man, we don't have time. This an emergency. At this point I decide to just start with basic hardware troubleshooting, since I don't have to verify anything for that. I understand this may be urgent. What's the issue? You gotta help, man. There are bodies. Bodies, man. I pause for several seconds, replaying that in my head, and confirming that yes, he did in fact say there are bodies. Sir, what's the issue with the phone? Oh frick, I gotta go. Click. Never did find out what was wrong with the phone. So I work in the IT department for a school district and lately a lot of our work has been remote, but I still go in for a few hours on some days, if I have a reason. Today happened to be one of those days. I was getting in my car, so I could drive to a different school, and off in the distance I heard a car horn honk twice followed by an engine revving. I looked over, and I see one of our maintenance trucks barreling towards me. The truck veered into the line of empty parking spots I was parked in, and was now driving directly at me. A few yards from my car, he turned and stopped on a diagonal with his driver's side facing me, and just said, hey, whenever you get a minute can you go to the maintenance barn and look at the computers? One of them completely froze up on me yesterday. This was a nice twist on the typical while you're here requests, or somebody stopping me in the hallway. I can honestly say this was the first time someone has driven a vehicle at me to ask for help. I found it amusing. I hope you all did too. For context, I'm not a support technician, but since I work in computer science, I made some support for my family. And English is not my native language. Sorry for any mistakes. My brother and I gave our mother a laptop computer for Christmas. She is a lot reluctant to new technologies, but we decided that she needed to learn how to use a computer. We showed her how to look at her bank accounts, how to use video replay. So basically she only uses the web browser and do not know how internet works, internet provider, modem, Wi-Fi. One day she was leaving for her secondary house which do not have internet connection. I asked her why she took the computer. She replied to me that internet will work by there. I told her no. She insisted. I asked why she thinks it will work. She told me that internet is coming in her computer through satellite. I started to smile. I tried to explain that no, it's coming through the Wi-Fi. She told me no, the computer is receiving internet with satellite. I asked why she thought that her computer was satellite enabled. And oh boy, I didn't see that coming. She opened her computer, started and showed me victoriously the satellite logo turning on. See, we gave her a Toshiba satellite laptop model. I could not help but I had to apologize, telling her that it was her disarming logic that took me by surprise. P.S. Here is the logo that she though was satellite reception. Logo it does turn on with the laptop. PS2, she laughed with me when she understood her mistake. This happened on Christmas Eve 2019. My job allowed the tech support department to only work half a day. For clarification, I work for an ISP that has a large number of elderly customers. My company encourages the elderly customers to call for any little thing. I often make a joke that if you stub your toe, please let company name know. Me is me, NL is nice lady. On this day I got a call from a nice older lady. I don't remember the exacting wording, but the conversation went something like this. Me, thank you for calling. Company, how can I help you today? Nice lady, yes, I was wondering if you can send a technician to my house to help me. Me, since it is Christmas Eve and the field techs will stop working at 11 o'clock, I cannot promise that I can get a technician to your home today. What's the issue you're having specifically? Nice lady, I'm diabetic and I need someone to check my blood sugar for me. I can't do it because my fingers get cramped up real easy. Me, I'm sorry ma'am, that is not something our technicians are even allowed to do. Have you tried calling your doctor or the hospital? Nice lady, my doctor is on vacation. Can you please just send a technician? Company name, technicians are really nice, and I don't think they would have a problem helping me. Me, I'm sorry ma'am, I cannot send a technician for that. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I can only recommend you contact a medical professional, because our technicians cannot test your blood sugar. Nice lady, sounds like she's starting to cry. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm sorry I bothered you. Have a Merry Christmas. Me, I apologize that I'm unable to help you further. I hope you can find someone that can help you. If you have any technical issues, please feel free to call us back. Have a Merry Christmas. I felt bad for her, but there was no help I could offer her, other than recommending actual medical personnel. I'm still weak at the knees while writing this. Please forgive any spelling and grammar errors. History. 3.5 years ago I started working for a company. They own multiple private schools around the world. I was given 2 schools to support. My first day at Site 1 was a horrifying learning experience. 2003 DC and a media drive that was literally an external HD plugged into a manager's computer. Over the years I have sent emails explaining, with links, just how truly awful these 2 things are. Supporting the server and media have been a bane. Over the last 2 years, company have been running a countrywide hardware upgrade. All staff and students got upgraded computers, tablets, and laptops. Bet you can guess what didn't get upgraded? Over the weekend head office finally moved all the staff files online. Yes, our 2003 DC was also the file server. Today I had the glorious task of decommissioning the media server from the system. I went upstairs and entered the office. Caressing the drive, I methodically followed the cable back to its slot in the PC. Carefully I slowly slide the USB cable out of the computer. A shudder passed through me as I felt the HDs spin themselves down under my palm. Reverently, I picked up the drive and gently wiped the dust from its cover. Then I shook the thing out of it. It felt good. This story happened just this week. I received a ticket from a hair salon that reads something like the box-like device plugged into the computer doesn't work. Curious, I call them up. The following exchange ensues. Me, hi, so tell me about that device that's not working. Can you describe what it does, what it looks like, or if there's anything written on it? Them, yes, sure, but keep in mind I'm not very good at computers first. Me, that's alright, I'm good enough at computers for the both of us. Them, okay, so it looks like a black box. I insert rolls of paper inside, and the paper is supposed to come out but it doesn't. Me, you mean a printer? Them, yes, I wasn't sure what the right word that, I didn't want to say the wrong word. After that I remoted into the computer, fixed something with the printed driver configuration, and the mysterious device once again spat out the rolls of paper after adding ink on them. You gotta love the users. A few days ago, a customer with TV service from our company called. He was really frustrated because the TV was showing a no card detected error. Customer, I'm freaking tired of you. I know what you are going to tell me. Restart the device, shift the cable, all of it, and you know what? Frick you too. I'll make a contract with another company. Now I'm guessing he did all the procedures, checked his dish, using satellite TV, cleaned it, restarted, all of it. Me, alright, see the card on the left? It has to be with the chip towards the ground and the arrow pointing at the box. Him, I'll file a report if nothing happens. Give me your names. Me, saying my first and last names and waiting to locate the smart card. Him, oh, yeah, it's working. Me, yep. Him, listen, I'm sorry I yelled at you. You know how it is with the cupboard now. We can't live without the TV. Laughter. Thanks for the help, young man. I said it's alright, told him where the instructions for the TV box are, and wished him a nice day. The next morning I received a 5/5 star rate from that customer. Wow, you made it and reached the end of the video. Subscribe for more edit contents. See you in the next video.